Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Allen Powell Show. We are live. We are live. The intro music is acting funny right now, so we just gonna get right into this show and get into this sports talk. There's a lot going on, man. We have breaking news today. Got my man Victor LeGrone in the building. It's been a minute, man.
What's up, Allen Powell Show, man? Good to be back, man. Good to be back. How's everybody, man?
Man. Hey, I calls you when I know I got a guy that can follow everything, man. So you well rounded, bro. We're gonna get into a few things, man. We have some news today, man. Giannis signed the extension. He signed the 5-year, $228 million. And I was a little shocked, man, because I thought he was going to wait because I think he can still sign the same deal. He can sign the same deal after the season. And so I thought he was going to wait. He was going to wait until, see what the end result, see what Milwaukee do as far as the team goes, and then make his decision. But he signed. I know it's a lot of money to pass up, but he signed it right now. What was your thoughts when you heard he signed a deal today?
I was just happy for the small market teams like Milwaukee and all these guys. They started losing their superstars. Cleveland, LeBron had to leave Cleveland to get his, to try to win his first championships and all that. Like, I hate seeing these superstars have to leave these small market areas like Milwaukee and Cleveland to go somewhere else to get success. So I was kind of excited for him and the fans down there in Milwaukee, man. It's kind of good that he went on ahead and signed the deal. And I think why he went on and signed the deal because the Milwaukee Bucks organization showed him that this offseason that they really are trying to win. Now, whether they're able to do it or not, that's another story. But they are showing him that they are trying to make the right moves, getting Holiday in there showed him a lot, showed him that, like, man, they really are trying to still win. They didn't sit back on their laurels with having the best record in the NBA the last 2 years because they still didn't make it to the finals. So they show Giannis they trying to upgrade and trying to get him a championship caliber team. And I think that's all he wanted. He's comfortable there. He's already said that a bunch of times. He's been saying he wasn't going anywhere, but you know how that be. A lot of guys said that before they left, but he really been saying it for the longest, and he made it come true. And he signed it now because he want to be there, bro. He really does. It's shocking, but it is. He want to be there.
He talked a lot about I want to win. It's not about the city. I want to win. If you want to win, why don't you just wait? Like I thought he was gonna wait. Like I said, I'm glad he stayed. Small market. He ain't do the LeBron thing and try to team up with some guys. He stayed in his home city. But if you talking about you want to win, I don't understand why you signed it now and you could have just waited.
We probably won't ever understand that, bro. It's probably just something going on with him. He's just like, whatever, man. Let's get it done. That way, that's one less thing they have to worry about. They know where the cap. He lets them know where the cap wise is next year once he signs extension too. So they know what they have to do to, like, say if they make it to the finals this year, don't win. Or if they do wind up winning the championship this year, they know where they stand financially going forward and whatever moves they would have to make to, keep a championship caliber squad around him. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of. Because what you said was absolutely right. He could have signed that deal after this season because he got one more year left on his other deal. So maybe he just wanted to be there, bro. Maybe that's the only thing I could take from him signing it right now. He wanted to be there and he just said, forget it. Let's get it done.
I can dig it. So looking at their squad, man, they made some moves, got Drew Holiday, shipped Eric Bledsoe off, George Hill off. Looking at their squad, man, can you think they can win a championship with this roster that he signed up with? Because bro, don't look like a championship roster to me.
Hey, bro, it doesn't. It doesn't right now. But they look like they could be one of the top teams in the East again. Maybe the top team in the East again. I guess, honestly, when you look at it, getting that makes you a contender. Do I think they could win? No. Do I think they're going to win it this year? No, I don't. But I guess that's how they looking at it. You know what I'm saying? If they get there, I guess that was a success. They just going all in, bro. I like him, Holiday, and Middleton. I love that. That's a nice three because guess what they all do? That when you look at all the other big threes, the other big threes don't have what they have. They don't defend the way these guys do. They make
They
this. They make
defend,
this.
but you need some more scoring. Like when it came to the playoffs,
people don't realize Drew Holiday is a 20 and 10 guy, and he plays defense. People don't know that. Middleton is a 20-point guy. See, people want the Al. See, here's what people want. They want that sexy name. They want a James Harden in there with them.
Yes,
that's what they want.
I need an easy bucket. Like those ain't easy buckets. Those are work hard.
Those aren't easy buckets. I will agree with you on that. Those aren't easy buckets, but they can get buckets. I mean, playing around Giannis, he gets some easy buckets. Maybe it'll get a little easier for him, bro.
Listen, man. I'm looking at the Eastern Conference. You got KD and Kyrie. You got Brooklyn. You got Jimmy that put y'all. I think they put them out last year. They went to the finals.
Yeah.
You gotta make us. If Milwaukee did
the Boston Celtics
and Boston. So
if they healthy with the new coach and they play any kind of way, the Philadelphia 76ers. You got some great teams. The Toronto Raptors. You got some great teams, but you have to look at it though, bro. Outside of KD and Kyrie, Milwaukee was better than all these teams last year, except for say in the regular season, say before the bubble. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna come out and take off from where we left at from then and jail with these guys. I mean, the Eastern Conference is much tougher than it has been. I will tell you that. And no, they not my pick to make it. They not my pick to make it. But can they? Yeah.
But my thing is this, man. It's like, okay, I'm looking at the Eastern Conference. It's tough. If y'all didn't make a super splash like a James Harden type, I'm gonna wait. Because if I don't see what I'm liking, I'm moving on, man. So I mean, I'm happy for him. He got his money, happy for Milwaukee, but I would have waited.
Hey, bro, it's the same thing like Melo did. When Melo could have came to the Bulls, but he stayed in New York for the money. He wasn't trying to win. Maybe Giannis is just telling us he want to win out the outside, bro. Hey, what is he making? About $47 million a year, something like that? I mean, that's a lot of money to pass up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I get that point too. And regardless of whether you or not think they're gonna win it, they put a competitive roster around them, bro. They tried to make some other moves. They tried to get the brother from Sacramento, but he never agreed to a sign and trade, and he wound up in Atlanta. So they really showing Giannis though, bro. He looked at they're showing him that they're trying at least, and maybe that's why he gave him a chance, bro. I mean, you gotta look at it. In 2 years from now, LeBron will be 40 years old. Giannis will probably be what, 29 or something like that.
Is that what we got to do now? We got to
looking at that like 5-year thing. They trying to get to the championship and win in the next 5 years.
So that's what we doing. We waiting for LeBron to get old just to see
with the way they stacked that team up out there in LA, everybody probably is, man. They got a whole starting 5 on the bench. Oh yeah, Mike Miller, can't see it here.
Yeah, this dude, no matter what we talking about, he come with the Let's Go Chiefs. No matter baseball, basketball, he can't
really talk baseball. He's a Royals fan, so they won the World Series in 2015, and other than that, they the Royals.
Yeah. Let's move on to some more NBA news, man. I will talk about James Harden, man, because he still wants out of Houston. John Wall is there. You got Boogie Cousins. I've been seeing them against the Bulls in the preseason. They look decent. And he said, I don't care nothing about none of that. I want out, man.
Yeah,
I want out.
He said he don't care about none of that.
If you the Houston Rockets, though, what do you do? Do you ship him out because he's toxic, or like, hey, that you on the contract, bro? You got to play. What do you do with that?
I would hold on to him if I was the Houston Rockets. Like, man, if you get out there and play, we're gonna be pretty good. We got a chance to make the playoffs. If you don't, with what I got, basically it's a tank, and maybe I could try to get me a lottery pick to go with a healthy John Wall and some of these other guys we got. You know what I'm saying? Like, then maybe later on after this season, I try to trade you. But right now, with the talent on that team, I wouldn't trade. I wouldn't. If I was Houston, I wouldn't trade him. I'd try to see what you have in him and Wall. I know some people said it's basically you traded Wall and Westbrook is the same. They the same player playing next to Harden. I disagree because Westbrook is a lead guard. Yeah, he gets assists on it, but he's still a lead guard. And he's a score first point guard. John Wall is an assist guy. He's a true point guard, a natural point guard. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, Chris Paul was a natural point guard 2 years ago, and we saw how that worked.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, I would try to hold on to him just to see at least until the All-Star break, but I wouldn't give in right now. To the trade deadline, I say. To the trade deadline. I wouldn't give in right now. I would tell him to get out there and play and earn your contract and see what we got, bro. Let's see what we got. We don't even know what we got.
They look decent too, man. I just hate it, man, for a black coach to get an opportunity to be a head coach, man. This is the first thing you got to deal with is your star player want out. Now you ain't even get his brother a chance. He already said he want out.
Yeah, he came and stated out his mouth after they got John Wall and all that. That didn't make no difference. He's like, that made no difference to him whatsoever. He wants out.
Right. And look. He was all at the parties, no mask on. He came to us training camp late. He was at the little baby them party, no face mask. Yeah, all type doing all types of stuff.
Like a big old, like a big old bag full of like money. Talking about he gave dude like 100,000 or something, and a $200,000 watch or something. I'm like, man, it must be nice, boy.
yeah. So he out there just doing the fool, man. He out there doing a fool, and so he already basically saying like he's going to be like, it seems like he's going to be toxic. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to do what he want to do. He done reported to training camp, man. But if I'm Houston, I'm like, yo, you on a contract, bro. We just gonna have it's just gonna be ugly. If you got to get asked about this every day by the media, it is what it is. If I'm Silas, I'm the black coach. I'm like, nah, bro. You gonna have to stay. You just gonna have to answer the questions, and you're not about to do me like this. I'm not going.
Right. Yeah, brother. Yeah, I think I bet you dude probably the coach Silas, he probably had a conversation with Harden, bro. Harden just, I don't know, man. For some reason he wants out of Houston for some reason, bro. Why I don't know. He want out.
They did everything for him. They gave him Westbrook. They gave him Chris Paul. They made moves to try to make his squad better. He the one didn't show up in the playoffs.
Never does. He never does. And that's probably why he won out, because when he don't show up, he wants some other teammates that will show up. That way, he can still get the props he deserves. You know what I'm saying? He basically what he doing, he ring chasing now. He finna start ring chasing.
And that's exactly what I think he's about to do. He figured out that he can't do it by himself. So he's not the best player on the championship caliber team. Is he a great player? Yes. But he is not the best player on the championship caliber team. He's a good number 2 on the team that's winning. Now, if you just want to make the playoffs and you want to get the fans in the stand, he puts on a great show. He's one of the best scorers I've seen in a long time. Like, the brother can get buckets. I ain't gonna even say he can't. But he, like you said, game 7s, game 6s, when his team really need him to come up big, when they like 3-1 or 3-2 and they got leads. Last 3-4 years, that brother done disappointed big time in the playoffs, bro. Big time. So a couple of comments. QT. I'm just gonna say QT. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. She said after LeBron's 4th ring, it confirms he's the GOAT. GOAT for me. Only 4? No. So she's saying after he got this the COVID championship, now he's the GOAT. That's what she's saying. After this COVID championship.
This thing with the GOAT is all subjective, bro, to a personal opinion, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I am not having that argument with anybody in the board, because anybody with any sense, look at LeBron's career and look at Jordan's career. There's no comparison who the GOAT is, bro. I don't even have this conversation anymore. I'm, good for her. She feels that way. Pat on the back for LeBron. That y'all got kudos, but he ain't no GOAT, man. Come on, stop it.
Let's talk about
y'all, they really try to act like this bubble championship is just gonna cement this man and make us all forget about the 2011 finals when he doo-dooed all on the court and got outplayed by Jason Terry and what's that little dude name? JJ Barea. Come on, man, stop playing, bro. That's not GOAT-like. That's not GOAT-like, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
So let's talk about this real quick, because there was some news a few days ago when LeBron said, the 2 championships I won was the hardest. When he came back from 3-1 against Golden State in this bubble, in this COVID championship. When you heard that, man, like, he always throwing little stuff out there to try to
go. It is not shocking to me, because he is the biggest pat on the back to himself guy I've ever seen in sports. Bro, do you follow this brother on any other social media like Instagram? Do you see some of the posts this man be making? Bro, he loves himself. Bro, this man love himself, LeBron, bro. Jesus, he love himself, bro. I ain't mad at him though, bro.
Right. But it is funny, man. I'm gonna read a couple more comments. Anthony Law says, trade him now and get some decent players in defense. But that's the thing. Talking about James Harden, like if you trade him, like who's actually gonna I was, you know who I was actually thinking about today? Like, because who got the pieces to trade? You know, usually you want a whole bunch of young up and coming players and draft picks, or another star to come back. Philly already saying they ain't giving up Ben Simmons.
Nope.
And so you look at the teams that can offer Houston the right players. I was actually thinking about Chicago. Like if you think about young players and draft picks, but
they do.
But my thing is, do we got a no trade clause? Because he put a certain list of teams together. So to me, that signals that he might have a no trade clause.
Yeah, he does have a no trade clause, but he also added some teams that wasn't on the original list, saying that he would be willing to listen and will go there, you know, if the deal is right. So yeah, he did say that. Yeah, the Bulls were originally one of the teams that weren't on this list. Are they now? I don't know, but he did add some more teams to the list.
Because I was thinking, like, man, the Bulls got marketing, Carter, you know, Kobe White. I don't know who they want to put in there, or if they want to trade Zach or whichever combination. But
I think Zach would probably have to go to make the contracts work because he's the only Bulls on the team that's making similar to what Harden's making. He's making a lot less. Like Zach is only making like maybe 21, 22 million this year. Harden's making like 40 something. So we have to get them Zach, some draft picks, and a few other good players. And my thing is Harden really worth gutting 4 or 5 of your young core for this one guy?
Right.
I don't think he makes the Chicago Bulls better if you do that.
And I was just about to say, if he's trying to win, who's going to help him win in Chicago if you trading everybody back?
If you're getting rid of Markin and Wendell Carter and Zach and a draft pick, who you there with? You and Kobe and Pat, this young guy Pat Williams? Yeah, y'all may be good in 3 years, but you old by then.
Right.
You're older by then. Yeah.
QT says, for me, I trade Harden for the 76ers to try to get Embiid, but get Simmons and some young core players. I don't know about that.
Trading him for Simmons. Yeah. Philly already said they not, because outside of scoring, Ben Simmons is the better player. He brings every other aspect of the game. He's better. He's a better defensive player. He's a better rebound, and he's younger. That's another thing. And he's younger.
Yeah.
So no, man. He can't shoot. I will that he won't shoot. I won't say he can't. He won't shoot, but he still is an effective player. And he's still an all-star.
Yeah, definitely. So QT, I think he is about to give his playoff list. I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Let's see what he say. Say the Bucks, Nets, Celtics, 76ers, Heat, Raptors, Pacers, Hawks. That's an interesting. That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
I'm shocked that he got the Bucks as the number 1 seed, but and this season seemed like it's going to be kind of like the bubble, like with no fans. So it's hard to gauge.
I kind of like this list in no particular order. I like the teams on here in no particular order, but I think the Atlanta Hawks are still a year away. They made some nice moves, getting Rondo, getting the brother from Sacramento. His name always fears me, to go along with Trae Young and the draft picks and the other guy. And they are going to be an improved team, but I still think they are one more rotation piece away from stepping up to be a playoff team. Because right now with the Hawks, like it always goes down to, who's going to be that guy that gets you that stop on defense when you need it? Like, they are an offensive team. I think they can score with anybody in the league right now. I really do. I think you put them, you get into a shootout with them, they can win. But when you talk about playoffs and somebody you need to get a stop, I'm looking at the roster. Rondo's about the only one, and he's not a shutdown defender right now at his age. He's a backup point guard.
So we 1 week away from opening night, and being that I just seen, and I think he's coming with the West next, I want to get some early predictions. We're probably going to do a Monday show next. I'm going to do a Monday show next week, so we don't have to compete with the Tuesday night games. But I'm going to do a prediction show just in case you're not with me Monday. If you got any early predictions on your East and West, any shockers? What are you looking forward to for the NBA season?
Man, with it being less games and different things like that, I don't see it being too many shockers unless there's some injuries, bro. Like if all the teams with the talent stay healthy, the list that they just posted up will probably be my list 1 through 7. Like I said, not any particular order for the East, but 1 through 7. Eight is a toss-up, man, because you got some good young talent that could make a step. Orlando could make a step up there to that 8 spot. They not bad. They're accumulating some good young talent, signed some decent free agents. And you have some friends teams that just missed it last year that may be back, this year. So I don't know about the Hawks, but the other 7 was pretty spot on. In the West, honestly, to me, if they healthy, it boils down to in the end this year. I think the Clippers have taken a step back. It boils down to me, the Lakers in Denver. Golden State losing Clay was huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes. I totally agree.
Literally, you get him back with Wiggins and you still draft this kid Wiseman. They give the Lakers a run for the best record in the West in the regular season. They will help. They definitely do. Definitely.
I totally agree. Here's his West: Lakers, Clippers, Blazers, Warriors, Nuggets. He got the Nuggets at number 5. Then Rockets, Mavs, and then he got the Suns, Grizzlies, Jazz at number 8.
I like that Blazer team, and Dave Lillard, my dog, but I think that Nugget team is a little more deeper.
Yeah.
A little bit more talented. Yeah.
What do you think about the Suns at number 8? What do you think about them at number 8?
Man, they may be a little higher than that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, bro. They another team that has put some talent around that young star to try to get him to stay in. You know what I'm saying? And not lead a small market. And like you said, build the teams up. That goes back to the same thing with Giannis. What they did, they trying to let Booker know they trying to win, and they got a decent team when you look at it.
Yeah. I like QT's list as well. The Warriors, I think they might be kind of high, man.
Yeah. I don't know about them being 4 without Clay. I think good, but yeah.
Last year I made a bet. And lost to my man Witt, man. Because when Clay got injured, I thought Steph could carry him, but then he got injured. I ain't messing with them this year, man. Like I hope they, make some noise, but I'm not messing with them this year. But I like this list. I will put the Nuggets higher. I will put the Nuggets like number 3, and I will put the Blazers maybe number 4, and then after that it's a toss-up to me.
Yeah, like anyone, cause they all gonna finish within the game of each other. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it would always be out west. The last week, the 7th and the 8th seed, the majority of the time lately didn't have the same record, and it come down to like 1 game or something.
Yeah.
The West is just still competitive, bro. Still right now, top to bottom.
I think the Clippers are going to actually be better, man. I think they're going to be better this year. I think the Surge pickup was big because they had to counter the Montrezl Harrell move. Surge is going to be big, and I think they're going to. And I see they playing their players even in the preseason. While the Lakers, they good already. They resting their players after the nonsense that happened last year. Ty Lue like y'all, come on out here in this preseason, get you some work because we're not having that same thing that happened last year.
Yeah.
So, I think they're going to do good, man, and I just hope they can get over the Lakers. I actually said, man, I think the Lakers going to repeat. As sad as it is, man, I think they're going to repeat, man. And
I do too.
Yeah.
They didn't. I'm being honest. On paper, this team that they have going into this season is better than the team that just won the championship.
I will say this though, that Rondo they're going to miss Rondo. The IQ
playoff Rondo. They're going to miss playoff Rondo.
Yeah,
I just said that. That's why he's gonna help take Trae Young to the next level, and that's why I say I think Atlanta gonna be like a middling team. They like one player away, but if they do make the playoffs, I wouldn't be shocked. The Hawks, I wouldn't be. They make some good moves, man. They got some good young talent. They got some nice veterans to go along with it.
QT says Lakers 60-12. What you think about that record?
Nah, man, because LeBron gonna be sitting out games for load management, and so is AD. They don't care about having the best record in the league. And that will probably be the best record in the league right there. I'm being honest, they don't care about that. They're not shooting for that. They're going to be resting players to make sure they stay healthy when April comes, going into the playoffs. So I give them about 55 wins.
And then if they don't have no fans, once again, home court don't mean nothing. So
it doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
Lakers repeat, no doubt, and Tatum Horton Tucker is going to be good for us. Hopefully, don't get caught up on the preseason. Dude, look nice, but let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Pump the brakes on the preseason.
Yeah. He look nice though. Nice little wing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the Bulls rookie came out there looking like a veteran player. So if we're gonna be giving Taylor Horton Tucker this credit, give our guy Brandon Williams some credit. Like every draft night, everybody was down on this dude. Oh, the Bulls messed up. Who is this dude? Two preseason games in, he's showing everybody some talent. Everybody like, oh, maybe they know more than I think they know.
Yeah.
So you know,
we're gonna see. Let's move over to some football, man. We had a great game last night.
That was the best game I've seen since the Rams and the Chiefs 2 years ago. Crazy
part is, I went to sleep when Baltimore went up. I think they was up like 38-35 or something. Something crazy. They went up and it was getting late. I had to go to work. I was like, all right, they got this game. I wake up, man, they like 40, they in their 40s. I'm like, what the heck happened? I'm like, man, bro. That they saying that was the game of the year. Did you stay up and watch it?
Yeah, I did, bro. That was a game. But like I said, that was the best game I had seen since the Chiefs and the Rams 2 years ago. When the score was like 48-55. I had said from the beginning of the game, like the last one with the ball is gonna win.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a very entertaining game, bro. It was. I mean, it wasn't much defense being played, but outside of that, it was very entertaining from an offensive standpoint. Like both teams was not just gonna lay down and let the other team win. Like you put one, like Baltimore scores, Cleveland like, man, we coming back scoring. Only thing that messed Cleveland up though, because then they could have won this game. They got a terrible kicker by the name of Cody Parkey.
I seen him in action.
Who missed the extra point and a field goal last night. That's 4 points. That's the difference in the game. And never even get to them points, man. They win that game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I try to explain to people how much having a good, reliable kicker means in the NFL. People underplayed it. No, this guy, Cody Parkey, is showing y'all good teams can still lose if the kicking game ain't right.
Yeah. Hey, it was a moment in the game they talked about where Lamar Jackson left to the locker room, man. They said he
had for the Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
They say for the Paul Pierce.
But I heard some stories that he had to do number 2, man.
Yeah.
Which one do you believe, man?
Hey, bro, I think he did. He said he didn't do it in his pants. He said he didn't do it in his pants, but yeah, he said he had to go to the bathroom real bad. So I think that's all it was, man.
Well, so where did the cramps come from then?
Was he hydrating himself during the game or something? That's the thing about it. See, we don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, you and I know from playing sports, cramps come from lack of hydration.
Yeah.
Was he hydrating himself properly? Or did he pull a Paul Pierce? It's just we don't know. It just don't look right to us. Still, he said he had to use the bathroom. All I can do is give him the benefit of the doubt, but it didn't look right. I've never seen the guy leave the game to go take a dump. I've never seen that in sports. Never seen that.
Let's move over to our Bears, man. They won against a trash Houston team. I can't get too excited, but you know, to me they have been playing better, especially at the quarterback position. Mitch been playing better play calling. The playoffs are still possible. They're still alive. I think they're like a game back of the 7th seed. What are your thoughts on that last game, man?
Oh man, that was probably the best game they played in the Matt Nagy era on both sides of the ball, or the second best besides when they blew out Tampa Bay and Mitch had his career day. But that was probably the best game that the Bears have played in the last 2 years, in over 2 years, man. I'm talking about offense, defense, special teams. Like that was the best game they played in, like I said, in a long time, man. I was impressed with that game, especially because I really thought after the way they blew the Detroit game that they were gonna come out and mail it in. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I really thought they were gonna just go ahead and mail it in, but they came out and competed, and I was shocked.
I think Nagy got them playing hard, man, because he's fighting for his job, man. So I think that's the reason why they still playing hard. And you know, Mitch, you know, he playing for a job himself. He don't know where
he auditioning for some of the other teams right now. So yeah, that's true too.
Let me give you this scenario. Say the Bears went out and you know Trubisky continues to play well. What do the Bears do after the season?
Bro, see, here's my thing, bro. I don't have a problem with them bringing this guy back for one more year or letting him go. Like, I'm fine with it either way. You know what I'm saying? Long as you get somebody in here who you know is going to be better, who you know for 100% fact they've started in this league, or they're a high shot rookie. They've shown all intangibles. They've got experience in college, not just a 1 year starter. They got experience in college, like clearly better. Now, looking at the Bears, quarterback is not their only need. So if they decide to sign this guy to a 1 year contract and say, let's show up a porous offensive line, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't. But if they decide they want to go ahead and do something different and bring in a new quarterback, my thing is if you bring in a new quarterback, you're going to have to trade some of them guys on defense that's making all this money, because all you're going to do is bring this guy in and get him hurt, because you still are terrible at tackle and guard right now. You still are.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. Nick Foles is under contract still. Nick Foles is gonna be there.
Yeah, he's gonna be there.
I don't see them bringing in. Man, we might be stuck with Nick Foles as starting next year.
That's a possibility too, and that's terrible. So basically, if that's gonna be the scenario, I'm being honest. Robert Quinn and Trevathan and some of these guys on defense need to go ahead and rework their contracts or be released, and we relieved us some cap salary, because man, people aren't paying attention. The Bears are on the hook for a lot of money next year. This team is gonna look totally different whether people know it or not. Some of these guys got to go. They cannot afford to pay all these guys the money that they are going to be getting, especially on that defense side of the ball. Eddie Jackson, he'll be here. He just signed his deal. I'm not sure about Kyle Fuller, because I want to say he's set to make like $16 million next year. You got Khalil Mack set to make like $20 million next year. You know, this ain't basketball. The salary cap in football is a little different. So
yeah,
a lot of guys gonna be gone. I see Allen Robinson may not be back. You know,
it's not looking like he's
gonna
be back.
It's not looking good at all, man.
You've been talking about
people study saying this guy ain't worth the money that he's asking, but I gotta totally disagree. Like, this guy has had a 1,200-yard season with Blake Bortles, Mr. Trubisky, and Chase Daniel, and another one with Nick Foles and Mr. Trubisky. Dude, these aren't, according to what people say, NFL caliber starting quarterbacks. They all back us, and this guy putting up money with backups. Imagine if he had a guy like Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson throwing to him. You know what I'm saying? Just another good quarterback. He would put up even more numbers.
Yeah.
You know, I got Bears fans saying, yeah, let him go because he don't stretch the field. He don't get deep. That's not his role. He get open and he make most of the catches when you give them to him. I mean, he's productive. You can't argue productivity, regardless if it's the way that you want it or not. This brother get the job done since he been here, man. He's been the best player on the Bears. He's been the best player on the Bears by far. Most consistent, even more consistent than Khalil Mack. This man's been the best player on the Bears the last 2 years, and it's not even close.
They put all their money on the defense. That's why I think it's going to be hard to re-sign Robinson.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be hard to get rid of some of the high-priced defensive players, because a lot of them just signed their deals. Robert Quinn just signed his deal last year.
Yeah, Kyle Fuller. This next year will be the third year Kyle Fuller's deal. I don't see him being a Bear next year, honestly, even though he should be, just because of the money. He would be the guy that they would probably try to renegotiate with first.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna see, man. What do you think?
Bro, but I mean, they can beat the Vikings, they can beat the Jaguars, and if they play their game, they can beat the Packers too. They can.
That's gonna be the key, man. But they got straight mollywopped by the Packers last game.
That was the worst game that this defense have had. Ugh, man, since Nagy's been here, probably. Yeah. Probably since Nagy's been here.
Yeah. Maurice says can't stretch the field without a run game. Well, our run game been decent the last couple games.
It has been. It was starting to get decent towards the end of the fall. Toward the end of fall starting, when Montgomery came out and he had some long runs against some other teams, Minnesota and some other teams, where he had some long runs. And that the problem with the run game is this man touches the ball on the first carry on offense and scores 80 yards, and then the coach only gives him 10 more carries the whole game. That's the problem with the run game. He abandoned it too early. You know, he act like he got Patrick Mahomes back there who can throw the ball 40 times, and you don't have to worry about mistakes. Bro, you got Mr. Trubisky back there. He needs to throw the ball 20 times or less. We don't want him throwing the ball 40 times, bro. That's not a recipe for success. That's not a recipe for success really for any quarterback. The percentages say that majority of those times when you throw that much, you fighting from behind or you fighting to stay in the game.
Yep, I totally agree, brother. I totally agree. So if we're going to see coming down the stretch, man, what's going to happen with these Bears, man, because I think it's going to determine a lot of people's jobs coming down this stretch. What happens?
Man, it's much as it sounds funny, this Minnesota game is probably the biggest game of Matt Nagy's career. If they win this game, I'll be honest, bro. The Jaguars have already went back to Gardner Minshew. They're tanking. They already went back to this guy. So he's going to be starting next weekend for the rest of the season. So they don't want to win no more games. They want to be locked in for Trevor Lawrence. They want to be locked in. So I'm not trying to give the Bears a win. They are. This Minnesota game is the game that they got to win. The Bears win this game. I say they win the Jacksonville game. Green Bay already has won the division. One more game.
I still think they're going to play Aaron Rodgers probably for like a half.
They may not play him. They may not play him because last time they did that, he got his collarbone, bro.
I think they're going to play him for a half because I still think they still like to put the Bears out of the playoffs if they get the chance. You know what I'm saying? Just to be spiteful. I think they'll try to do something like that.
But then what happens as a coach when Khalil Mack busts that move and he get around that corner and he just get this guy down on the ground and he hit that shoulder? Do you really want to take that chance at one half when you're already locked in on your playoffs? Like that game really would mean nothing to them, but just to keep the Bears out of the playoffs. Is that you willing to wish Rodgers injury just for that? I don't think this new guy Matt LaFleur, I don't know. Now McCarthy and some of the older coaches Holmgren, they probably would have went for the juggler on us. I don't know about this guy. I don't know. I think he want to keep Rodgers healthy.
He'll definitely have to answer some questions if he do that. And
if he do that, that man get hurt. He may have a pink slip, bro. He may get a pink slip after that.
Facts. So look, man. Just real quick before we get up out of here, man. Let everybody subscribe. Always subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us and like and review the page on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Always got the merch for sale. You know, it's hoodie season. It's cold out here. Got hoodies and long sleeves, all that type of stuff. If you ever want to advertise, business owners, authors, you ever want to advertise on the show, you can message me. And we also have the podcast. So check us out all over the place. So yeah, man, just wanted to check in real quick. Appreciate you jumping on, man.
Man, thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for having me, man. I really wasn't doing nothing tonight, man. Just finna, like I said, watch some TV and just, look and see what's going on, read up on some stuff, and that's about it.
Yeah. So next week, the NBA season starts, man. What do you think the Bulls finish?
Bro, I think they finish about 10th in the Eastern Conference right now, but they'll be better. They'll show improvement from where they have been because, I mean, honestly, they have an NBA caliber head coach this time. In some of those games that they got out-coached in, that won't be the case then. This year when they lose, they'll be a lot more competitive, bro, and they're going to win more games than I thought. It just all depends on health with the Bulls. Like, I've never seen Zach LaVine, Otto Porter, Markin, and all these guys play 40, 50 games together to even see what I have. Like, it's like literally the last 2 years, Porter's been done about after the 8th or 9th game, he's been out for the year. Markin has been injured. Carter been injured. Like, it's just hard for me to say, bro. If they stay healthy, they'll be better than they were. I still don't think they're a playoff team
yet. Got you. Yeah, I don't think they're a playoff team either, man. It's not looking good. So, and it's tough, man, to be a Bulls fan.
I mean, the Eastern Conference is a lot. Eastern Conference is tougher than it was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the difference too. You can't just like this year. Whoever win that AFC probably gonna have to be over 500. That wasn't the case the last couple of years. This year you probably have to be. You only playing 72 games. You don't have that other 82 games, that other 10 games to jag off and do all that. So that's why I say they probably won't make it. Now 82 game schedule, they would probably battle the Hawks in Orlando for that 8th spot. But with it being only 72 games, man, and these other teams already have gelled together and been together for the most part, most of the core. I just don't see them stepping up that fast. You know what I'm saying? Billy Donovan, he's coming in and he's installing his system, and it's gonna take a while before they fully get it and they understand and they and they winning. So
no doubt,
that's just
no
my
doubt.
take. You know, I'm riding with my team. That's my team. Bulls go Bulls
Right.
all day, but just I don't see them. They ain't ready yet. They not. Now, could they come out and play over their heads? They absolutely could, because when Tom Thibodeau came in, I was expecting for them to be good, but not that good. And they came in on this dude. They had the best record in the league 2 straight years.
Yeah. We're gonna see, man. I ain't believing in Billy Donovan like that. To be honest, I didn't even like the move.
Okay.
I didn't think he was that great of a coach to me.
I mean, he's coached some great talent, which has helped pad their record. So I agree with what you're saying. But my thing about this, one thing I did like about this new Bulls management that John and that Gar Paxton didn't do. This time they had some experience, bro. Say what you want to about Donovan. He's coming in now. He's more experienced than every other coach we've hired in the history of the franchise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Phil was Doug Collins' assistant. He was coaching the Albany Patroons at the CBA when we snuck him over here.
Right.
After that, Tim Floyd was a college coach. After that, Bill Cartwright, first-time NBA coach. After that, Scott Skiles had a little experience, but not a lot. After that, Benny Del Negro, first-time coach, head coach. Tom Thibodeau, first-time head coach. Fred Hoiberg, first-time head coach. You know what I'm saying? Billy Donovan, this is what, third job in the NBA? Got like a 670 winning percentage or something like that. I wasn't impressed with the move. I want another coach, but I mean, he's had success where he's been. So maybe next year he can help turn the Bulls around, man. Who knows? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, like I wasn't a big Jim Billy Donovan fan either, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because I honestly can say he's probably the best coach we've had since Phil.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. I appreciate you jumping on, man. We're gonna see y'all sometime before the NBA season starts. We're gonna see y'all. So I'll see y'all sometime in the next few days. We out.
Man, thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for everybody.